nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor
the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Do we have, well, I will call the meeting to order. We do have proof of posting in accordance with Chapter 551 of the Texas Government Code as amended notice of Texas Open Meetings. Anyone who wishes to make comments will have 5 minutes to address the court. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Grant, Commissioners. Today I'd like to tell you what's been happening in the past 2 weeks. Some terrible things happening to me. I was so debilitated by the noise from a commercial station 9/10 miles from my house. I had to get up and leave. I drove to Butler, going down to Tucker Stores, sleeping in my truck. It was okay, it was safe there. Well, the next day, same thing. I went to Tucker Store, but it wasn't safe there anymore. At 6:30, my head started ringing like crazy and I'm hurting like crazy. I took off and went to Palestine and went to the Denny's truck stop, had breakfast. It was okay there. I left there after breakfast, went over to the hospital. Main entrance is not being used anymore, but I parked under the canopy for protection. Well, they found me there. They being oil and gas, who was running those microwave towers or whatever they're using, satellites, I don't know. Anyway, so I pulled my truck over into the emergency room parking lot and went into the hospital. And so they checked me all out and everything, and my words are slurring. I can't hardly pick up my left leg, and they didn't find anything wrong. So, and the same thing happened a couple days later. Then I go over to Lufkin with my wife to babysit grandchild. They bombarded me there in his home, 2-story home. What do? You get up and run? There's no place to go. So I get in the bathtub with a bunch of blankets to soften it up a little bit and had all my protective gear over me, and I survived. Next night, same thing. So then I went to visit my other son in Lufkin, and my wife and I slept in the bed. And by golly, I'm hit there. Now, these people can use all kinds of satellites, microwave towers, whatever, and they can hurt you. And they're trying to kill me. Now, this is attempted murder, as far as I'm concerned. And so that needs to be taken care of by somebody. They should not be allowed to do that to us. Now, the compressor station near me is run by Legacy. And Legacy, here, they run it up whenever they want to, however much they want to. But the federal law says the limit is 55 decibels. I recorded well over 145 on my back porch and 123 in my bedroom. But I got out of there in a hurry. So this stuff is continuing. So the federal government delegated authority to state and local governments back in 1980. But no, only 6 states took up that authority. And I know that we have a letter to the Attorney General, and I would love to have a copy of that if I could, please. But and I'm being.
We will give you a copy. You can get a copy of it either off the internet or we can print you a copy. Sure.
Yeah,
no
if you
problem.
can print me a copy, I'd appreciate it. I've been communicating with NIOSH, National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health. Mr. Azar, y'all probably seen him on TV. He sent me a letter and a package about that thick and says you might be interested in some of these studies, but we don't know anything about the noise issue that you're addressing, and we didn't know about it. So I have a letter ready to send to them and give them a lot of data, and hopefully that'll help. But when our, Mr. Barton was our U.S. representative, I had asked him to do something about the noise issue. And he got the EPA to send me a letter, I sent him a letter, and he gave it to me, saying that we washed our hands of the noise issue and we delegated to state and local governments. But we're not picking up on it. Who's local governments? Is that the county commissioners? Is that the mayor? Who's the local government here? Is it you? It says y'all have the authority to control this noise. They don't have to worry about it. Attorney General. We need to take effect on this. We've had 8 people die in this county because of the noise. I've got a $3,000 noise meter, and I have measured the noise all over this county. The average is 70 decibels. The limit by the EPA was 55. We need to limit them to 55, at least that low. So I would really appreciate y'all really look at this and don't worry about the Attorney General. What does the federal law say that you need to have? They're not doing it, and nobody's enforcing it.
Thank you, Mr. Morgan.
So we appreciate your help.
Anyone else? All right. If not, we do have a presentation today for, let me see what number it is. Number 9, the presentation from Hart Intercivic. And we do have a lot of people that are here today to hear that presentation. So if it's agreeable, let's skip down to number 9 and go in and see that presentation, so we won't have y'all sitting in here all day waiting on your turn. So let's go over to the courtroom next door to us, and they're going to give us a presentation on this other voting system.